Hello everyone, welcome to chapter 14, which is about network configuration commands, and here you will learn how to examine the network configuration information. And also you can see the configuration of your computer on the network. Okay, so first thing you need to know that there is a very important command to check or to see your IP address, which is, I'm talking about IP version 4 or IP version 6, and this in Linux you can use ifconfig. In Windows you can use ipconfig. However, here what you can read from this output, here you have uh, many interfaces. This is a bridge because this is for WSL for this environment. There is another bridge also. There is a Docker interface, and this is Ethernet 0. Here you can see your IP address. My current IP address is this one. The net mask is this one, and the MTU is this one. This is a standard one, so you will see it also. I mean MTU in your machine, and this will will be varied according to your computer. The net mask is this one in this case. Also, there is a loopback interface, and which is about that. If you don't know loopback, it's one that TCP/IP can use to ping the computer itself, and this is the IP address of the loopback. Okay, there is also another interface. However, I'm not going to dive into details. So this is the most important: Ethernet 0, loopback, and also you may have other Wi-Fi or wireless interface and so on. Okay, so let's move forward and let's see another command which is about route. When you are connecting to the computer, to the internet, then you will have, or to a network, then you have a route. Here you can see the destination or the packet went, and this is the gateway, and this is the generated mask, flag, numeric, and this is the interface. So Ethernet 0 is now working, Docker 0 is also now working, bridge and Ethernet 0 also. So these are the routes inside the computer or the router, like the can packets be generated or forwarded. Okay, so then let's move forward and let's use now the grep command. Actually, here it's mentioned that all the routing related to the route device, and here you can see when connecting to the to other computers, either the IP address or the host name may be used. Host names can be used if they are entered into the etc host. Okay, so the IP addresses of all the devices connected to the computer will be entered into etc host. One of them, as I mentioned, each computer should have the loopback, and the IP address should be like this. So let's take this, and I'm going to search the file inside etc host. There should be a file, and inside this file there are the IP addresses of the computers connected to the current computer. And the grep, we know this command is very important. We learned about it in the previous videos, and the IP address, and this is the file. Let me see, and as you can see that there is the IP address, and this is the name of the device in DNS or domain name system. Okay, so also we have a command called ping to make sure that the device in the network is reachable or not. In Windows, you can use ping, and you can use the IP address of the name or the name of the device directly, and Windows will use 3 or 4 packets and then will terminate the process. But if you do this, like if you do ping localhost, or I'm going to use 127.0.0.1, which is the same if you write this or if you use localhost, because we already knew that this IP address with the localhost, they are the same. This is the name and this is the IP address. If you do this, I mean now in Linux ping, and you give the IP address, then this is an infinite process. It's going to be till the end. So in this case, you need to press Ctrl Z to terminate this process. Otherwise, there is another solution. You can use -C, which is count 4. So it means that you send 4 packets inside this ping. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and it will be terminated automatically, as you can see here, and this destination is reachable. Okay, then also you can see, so the IP address and the name of each device connected to the computer in the form of DNS or domain name system. This is the protocol DNS, and this is like a table, the IP address and the name of the host. And you can see this inside cat etc resolve.config, and then you can see here now the name of the server, now this is the IP address. Okay, so you can now write the IP address like this way or this way. However, you may see different output if you use a real Linux device, or you can use another environment. So probably this output will maybe varied. For example, here you can see the name server is with the IP address, this one, but here is different one. Okay, so this is the file where you can see the DNS about this device. As you can see here, host names can also be used if they are registered with the domain name system. Server, if your system is connected to the network with DNS server or domain name system, then the name server will be in this file. So if someone is going to ask you where is the DNS, then the DNS is under etc resolve.config. All right, this is what we have done. And here also we have another command which is called dig. This dig, you give the name of the server and you get the IP address of the server. All right, so here as you can see, if we have dig and then we give the name of the server, then the IP of the server is this one, and this is the protocol DNS, or this is the port number. And here you can see this is UDP. Also, there is another example here. You can try it. And also we can use the dig command to resolve the IP address. So here we gave the name and we got the IP address. With X we do the opposite, we give the IP address and then we get the name. All right, so one of the most important commands in network configuration in Linux is the command called netstat. Okay, so this is the most widely used. You can get a lot of information related to the routing protocols, your ports that are listening, TCP or UDP, and so on. So this, if you would like, so I recommend you practice with it. You can ask about ChatGPT. You can get information about any of. So netstat is crucial in Linux if you are dealing with a computer with the network. All right, so what we can use, for example, here we can TL. So if I use TL, then you can see now it's listening the one more time. So here we have the protocol, which is TCP, and then the receive and send, and then the local address, and then foreign address. This is the IP address of the another device in the network, and the state is listening. And also we have TN. Okay, so I'm sure you are asking why is here TL and where is TN. So let's do man net state, and then let's search about -n. And here you can see there are a lot of n's, so I use n. I press n in the keyboard until I reach to the n that I need, and here is the n, which is for numeric. Show numerical address instead of trying to determine symbolic host, port, or use names. All right. So according to, if you return to this example, I used here without n and here with n, and as you can see, the local host now is written as an domain name, but here we only see the IP addresses. Okay, this is why it's n here. So what about the T and what about the L? As you can also reach them through the man state, or it's here written that the option T is for TCP protocols, and L option output the port as well. So if I use netstat without L, then I don't see the port number. If I use it without T, then I will see all the protocols TCP, UDP, however. But since I wanted to see only the TCP protocol, then I just wrote T. All right, also there is another command called SS, which is similar to the netstat. Here you can see a lot of uh, ports and you get more information about it. So if we go up, here we have the net ID, here we have the state, and here we have the port, here we have the address, local address, and here peer address. This is the foreign address, and here is the process. Okay, that's all for network configurations. And of course, if you need more, like if during your, this is the basics about network configuration. The future, if you see some problems, more about netstat, more about SS, so how to configure, how to check, how to see the interfaces connected, which one is that, what is the IP address version 4, what is IP version 6. So of course you have now the basics. You can use then ChatGPT, you can use Google, you can ask colleagues, you can make a search to modify and enhance your knowledge in network configurations. And remember all about FIAs, you only need to understand the concept and everything will be fine. Thank you very much, and I will see you on the next video.